everybody, I'm Ryan Medora and welcome to another video lesson about playing bass, because that's what we're here for. This is to help you work your way through my new ebook, Beginner Improvisation for Bass Players, Volume 2. Volume 1 came out in 2020 and it's actually still available as a free download on my website. And I decided to kind of build upon all those concepts and make Volume 2 because that just seemed like the right thing to do. It's all about showing you how to navigate common chord progressions. So one of the most common things that I hear from people is that we get stuck just playing root notes. We don't know what else to play. We don't know how to, move around on our fretboard too well. And so this is all about showing you a lot of really easy options when it comes to moving around through chord progressions. And it's supposed to help you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more creative, and then also hopefully help you recognize things that you're likely to hear on records that you love. So these are all common chord progressions, and it's really focused on the way to move from one chord to another, knowing that you're going to land on a root note and you're going to have a destination within the harmony, and this is going to hopefully help you come up with ideas so that you can craft bass lines or improvise in real time. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is show you the chord progression that we're going to work with today. It is a 1, 6, 4, 5. To me, it sounds very doo-woppy. We have 1, 6, which is minor, 4, which is major, and 5, which is major. I think it's the monster mash. I'm pretty sure it's the mash. It's the monster mash. It's a very commonly used chord progression in a lot of music, particularly pop and doo-wop. Lots of doo-wop songs use this. So, if you feel like visiting the doo-wop era, you're probably going to hear this chord progression. But it's also all over the place in music in general. So let's work on playing through it. So we have, first, the need to orient ourselves within the key. We're in the key of A. Just playing my A major scale, getting used to the sound of it, and then I'm going to find the chord. So first I'm going to find my root notes, and with a 1, 6, 4, 5 chord progression, I'm going to go 1, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is an F sharp. Then I'm going to find 1, 2, 3, 4, which is D, and 5, which is E. So we're working with A, it's going to be major, F sharp is going to be minor, D, the 4, is going to be major, and the 5, E, is going to be major as well. So now that we've got our root notes, I'm going to say, cool, maybe we'll play arpeggios to them, but we're going to hold off on that for just a second because now that we know where we can find root notes, maybe we also want to find them in other places. So the cool thing is, here's an A. If the next chord is F sharp, I could go here, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and play it here, or I can play it down here. I have an F sharp here on the 2nd fret of my E string. So just acknowledging that if you're playing a song and you're moving through a chord progression, your goal is to play the root note of the chord. Your goal is to land on the 6th chord or land on that F sharp. The great thing is you have flexibility and you can choose to land it here or here. Either is fair game. You can even mix it up a little bit. So right now I'm going to play through this chord progression, give it a groove, and show you different ways to play the chord progression based upon where you find these root notes. So first we've got our A. I'm going to go down to this, we'll go to the first higher F sharp here. Find my D, the 4 chord. I'm going to jump up to E, just up a whole step. We'll do that one more time. I'm going to jump down to the F sharp. Sounds good. I'll go to the D because I'm not playing a 5 string. And I'm going to use my low E. So already we have some variation and a little bit of creative tools to play with in terms of just finding our root notes in different places. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use notes in the arpeggio to help us play some more stuff. So first things first, we want to find out which one is major, which one's minor. Our 1 chord, we have a nice major arpeggio. Our 6th chord, the F sharp, is actually going to be minor. So we want to have our minor arpeggio. I'm going to find my 1, the flat 3rd, the 5th, and I'll throw the octave there. You could also find it here. You could even find it here. Long story short, there are a lot of ways you can play minor arpeggios. I like this guy. We'll kind of rock with that one for now. Then we go to our 4 chord, which is going to be major. We want to find our nice D major arpeggio. And then our 5, also major. We can play our E major arpeggio like that, or we can use the low E and use our 3rd and our 5th, that G sharp and the B. And those are all the different ways we can kind of just run through our arpeggios. Then we can say, let's put this to the groove. Kind of feels like we're playing a doo-wop song already. I dig the doo-wop. And so right now we already have another tool in our arsenal when it comes to, getting creative using something other than just the root notes. Then we can say, well, what if we took a more creative approach to our arpeggio, and instead of playing 1, 3, 5 or root 3rd, 5th, we play 1, 5, 3, where we hit the root note first, we play the 5th, and then the 3rd. It would sound like this. It's nice. Maybe I'll play the 5 chord like this. And there you have it. Root 5th, 3rd. Then you can get even more creative and you can play a more interesting rhythm. Throw a few more notes in there. Maybe something like this. I'm going to play root 3rd, 5th. Whew. Taking it up a notch. So these are just the basic building blocks that I use when I'm starting to improvise a part, or even if I'm going and I'm listening to records and trying to figure out what somebody's doing. Just knowing the possibilities and understanding how to play through chord progressions is a really, really helpful thing. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, you can head over to my website, ryanmedora.com. You can download the free ebook, Volume 1 there. You can also find Volume 2 in my store. Volume 2 also comes with backing tracks, audio examples, and there's even a bundle. So you can get tracks from Volume 1 as well. So there you have it. I hope you dug this. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and be on the lookout for more bassy goodness. Happy practicing, everybody, and keep it groovy.